You know what I was doing immediately before I sat down to watch this episode? I was playing World of Warcraft. I'm gonna love this show. Hello everybody, my name is Meisterbloo, and today I took a look at the first episode of Netoge no Yome wa Onna no Ko ja Nai to Omotta, or Netoge for short. And I loved this first episode. So before I go into the premise, I just want to let you guys know I do play a lot of MMOs. I love online games. They are my forte. They are what I love to do. So this show seemed to be pretty good and tailored towards someone like me. The idea is that there is this MMO called LA. It's Legendary Age, I think it's called. It's probably not that. It might be something else. But LA is what I call it for short. And in it, this female character proposes to this male character, and basically at first he decides, no, I'm not going to do this. And then he gives in. The in-game action moment that follows is actually really well done, and it's really cool to see pretty much these MMO tactics being applied in an anime again. The last time I actually saw that was Log Horizon. I'm sure there have been anime since then, but that's the last one I really got into, where you have someone who's clearly being the tank, the healer, and the DPS, and people are honking their cars outside. And somebody who's a mage or a caster who usually takes way too long to actually use the ability. Really, really fun to see all that kind of stuff back in an anime. Our main character is the guy who plays the tank, and in real life he seems to be a very, very unpopular dude. People pick on him because he's always talking about his waifu, and people pick on him because he really just talks about games. They put him down for being an otaku, and yeah. In-game, he has 3 guild members, one of whom is the girl at the very beginning who proposed to him, and I guess they got in-game married, or at least they are going to be in-game married. At least that's what they're planning. At least she's planning. He doesn't seem too enthusiastic about it. And they are talking at the table, and it's brought up that this is not his first incident with online proposals. Previously in the game, he had proposed to a catgirl player who turned him down on the basis that it was a guy. And from then on, he promised he would never, ever, ever propose or fall in love with anyone online again. So after they all have a nice good laugh, they decide that they want to start telling them who they are in real life. So he says that he's a guy, the girl who proposed to him says that she's a girl, and the wizard in their group, who is a male wizard in the game, says that they are a girl. And I love this character. This was my favorite thing of the show, because this was clearly a pay-to-win character. This is the character in the game that has all of the items that you have to pay real money to get, and they instantly make you better than everyone else. I loved that. That was perfect. And then their guild leader after this decides, why don't we set up our first offline gathering? That'd be pretty cool. Which is something I've always loved. They did that in Dot Hack, in the light novels of Dot Hack that take place from Black Rose's perspective. They did an offline meet, and it was the best thing, and I always wanted that kind of situation, but unfortunately the people I play online games with usually live across the country from me. They meet up, and he finds out that he is the only guy in this group, and that they all go to the same school. The leader of their guild is their senpai, who is a club leader, I think, either that or student body president, one of those two. The wizard, who has all the premium items, is actually a girl that was picking on him for being an otaku, and the girl who proposed to him is a girl who literally just 100% loves the game. She loves being in the game seemingly a lot more than real life, and she likes the idea of this LARPing marriage between them, and it was really sweet. So yes, the premise of this has me hooked, if you can't tell, because I've been blabbering on for it, so I'm gonna move on to animation. The style of the show is very colorful, and the thing I noticed immediately was all their faces look unique and very detailed. Their eyes are really, really pretty in this show. And I think it's Katakawa. Not positive. I know Funimation had their little thing on here too. But that would explain a lot. And even in the real world, because a lot of the times when we have the situation where we have like, oh, the magical video game world and then the real world, a lot of the times what we have is the real world never seems as like colorful and bright. No, the real world is actually even more colorful and bright than the fantasy world, and I loved that. And the last point for animation is that it's really cool because they do show you what the game looks like on a screen, and it's kind of like a top-down, like Diablo-style MMO thing, where you have your command keys and everything, and you're literally moving the character with your, like, clicking the mouse of where you want them to go. It's not like World of Warcraft. But when it's actually showing them in the game, it shows it like it's this huge epic fantasy, and I love that. That's a feeling that a lot of people playing MMOs end up getting. Music-wise, it started off with a really fun fantasy theme that sounded straight out of something from like a video game from like GameCube era, like RPGs, like Wind Waker-ish. It sounded really nice, really awesome, but then from there on the music kind of died down a little bit, didn't become anything too particularly special. So yes, I recommend this show like no tomorrow. I will definitely be watching this show all the way through the end, even if it ends up being complete garbage. And a last warning, I did see a couple moments of not technically ecchi, but leaning towards ecchi, so there is a chance that this show might have some more sexual themes. So if you're not into that, then just look out for it. I've been Meisterbloo, I really loved this first episode, and I will see you all in the next video. So until then, everybody, peace out.